Hey guys, it's Cy with Designs by Cyrus, and I'm a floral teacher also in Texas at Hughes Springs. And I've made one video today, and I'm gonna make a couple more videos because it's getting close to Valentine's Day, and I thought I would share a few ideas that we do, and things we do in my classroom, and things we do for the community as well. So this arrangement is in a bubble bowl or a fish bowl, and it just has water in it with floral preservative, and then it also has willow branches all intertwined through it. You can't probably tell because my brown shirt's kind of messing with it behind it, but it really helps add some texture down in your vase and helps with a grid. So if you're really worried about holding your flowers a certain way in a bubble bowl, because the opening is so huge on a bubble bowl that it's very hard to get it to stay, this really helps and adds a little bit of texture and a look. So this particular arrangement, we are making these for an event that's happening at our church, and so they asked my floral class to make them for them. So with all that being said, we have a few little things that go in it. This is a very simple arrangement to do. So we have some hydrangeas to start with. We have some pink tulips. I love a tulip. One stem of pink spray roses. 4 pink mondale roses, and 4 moon carnations. So this is all that, oh, and a little bit of bear grass will go into this as well. This is all that goes into this arrangement. Oh, we have a couple little pieces of greenery we put in at the last. So this is all that goes into this arrangement, okay? So this is your saver bag on this hydrangea, but we're gonna cut that off, okay? So I'm gonna cut this stem relatively short because this is a shorter vase. So I kind of look over my hydrangea and make sure there's no bumps or bruises or browning or blacking on it. And then I go ahead and stick it in my quick dip. The quick dip is a hydrating solution for hydrangeas. Hydrangeas are one of the most thirsty plants, hence the name hydro, which means water. So I'm gonna dip these in here for about 30 seconds or so. And in class, we counted out. I just kind of talk until I think it's enough, and then I pull it out. So we're gonna start with a hydrangea sticking down in the vase like that. So you may have to do these with 3 hydrangeas, depending on how big your opening of your bubble bowl is, and also how much other stuff you're gonna put in here. I ordered enough to do 3 hydrangeas in these, but I'm only gonna do 2 and save the other hydrangeas for other projects or for larger scale things as well. Okay, so that one should be quick dipped long enough. So you kind of stick your hydrangeas in there and you get this little mass of little blue flowers, okay? This is actually really beautiful. So like if you were doing a wedding, you could almost do this with another hydrangea, I put 3 in here, and just have willows sticking up out of it. Would that not just be gorgeous and so simple? I absolutely love it. Okay, so my next thing I'm gonna come in with is I'm gonna come in with a little bit of salal tips to kind of fill in my gaps, okay? So this arrangement really doesn't have much greenery in it because it's more of a garden look and it looks a little bit more expensive. And this is for their Valentine's banquet they're having. I think it's Sunday night. Yeah, it's Sunday night. This is their Valentine's banquet they're having, and they didn't want it to be real cheesy red and pink Valentine's Day. So I kind of dug in my little arsenal of ideas, also known to as Pinterest, and I went and found me a couple designs I thought were real cute. So what I just did was I kind of ran a line of greenery through it, kind of like a little faux pot, but you can't really see it except on the sides, to kind of help nestle things down in there. So with this kind of design, you always start with the heavier flowers first and kind of fill in with your others, okay? So these are pink mondale roses. This would also be really pretty with a, if I could cut, this would also be really pretty with a pink Floyd rose, an O'Hara rose, a shimmer rose. Any of those options would be absolutely gorgeous. So you'll see me every once in a while blow into a rose to kind of open it up some more. If you left the stem on it and did this, you could also get it to fan open more, or you can reflect the petals. If I'm doing a wedding, I do reflect petals sometimes because vase life is not really an issue with a wedding as much as like these are because they're selling these as a fundraiser from the event as well. So we want to make sure they last at least a couple days after they sell. So if you're in a retail situation instead of a day event situation, you need to make sure that your roses hold a little bit longer than the other things. Now I'm going to feed a rose right through the center of that hydrangea. I really think that's really pretty. And you kind of use the hydrangea as a grid as well. It's a really good practice to do as well. So if you're needing something to hold a flower up, you can use a grid. So I have 4 points on that. Now my next thing I'm going to come in with is going to be my sprays. And they're kind of a light pinky color, and they're opening up really pretty. And in this particular arrangement, I'm going to stick them kind of right down the middle to kind of add some texture right in the middle of this arrangement, because I think it's pretty. Now I'm going to group my next two types of flowers together and like put them all kind of in the same zone. Okay? So I've got a hydrangea leaf down there that I'm not fond of. There we go. So I'm going to pull that up out of the water. I don't want leaves down in this water because the vase is really part of the accent, so you don't want it to be real like full of gunk, because that's part of the design is the vase. Okay. Do a couple there. And sets of 2, I think. One there. Nothing is going to get real tall out of these. I want them to be real short and compacted because that's kind of the look we're going for. We also want them conversation height so you can see through them when you're talking to someone close to you. Okay, so now my tulips, I'm going to pull that sleeve off of them and cut that stem just a little bit. I think I'm going to put it right here. I'm going to stick a couple right here. Sometimes I really like to keep tulips kind of all in the same place because tulips are eutropic and they keep growing even after you cut them and put them in water. So, and they will always grow towards the light. So it's kind of a good little thing to know how to do and work with a eutropic tulip. You can also cut the throat of them right here and it won't let them grow. I like them being kind of wild and out of it because it kind of adds an extra little texture to it. Okay, now let me get a couple pieces of bare grass. So now my bare grass is going to be what I add in for a little bit more greenery and a little bit more texture. Okay, so I'm going to do like pieces of 3-ish, maybe. Oops. And I'm going to grab them and I'm going to cut them kind of like this. And I'm going to start placing them down into the arrangement. Now, you can tape these. Of course you can tape these. But you need to be careful because it may show up in your water, your tape. And you don't want that on a clear vase you're using as a focal point. Okay? If this vase was some color or a little bit of a resin look, I wouldn't be concerned about it as much. But since it is not, I would be concerned if you could see stuff in it. Okay? So there's nothing worse than sitting on a beautiful arrangement and it have, you can see gunk all down in the vase, okay? So I never get in a fight with bare grass because it's nothing like lily grass and it gets kind of contrary. So I try my best not to get in a little confrontation with it because you're going to lose. And you're going to get mad and you're going to end up ripping it out of your flower arrangement very aggressively. Okay, so I put 3 little tufts of bare grass in there. You could definitely do a couple more if you wanted to, if you thought that was a good look. Okay, so I see a little brown right there. So I'm going to look down in the water. I don't see anything in this water. Let me roll this table forward. So one of my kids locked this table earlier today, and I went to roll it forward with all these arrangements on it, and it almost flipped over. It had like probably 25 vases full of water and greenery. Would have been really bad. So this is a really pretty centerpiece arrangement that we're sending out. This would be absolutely gorgeous for anybody to get on Valentine's Day. This would be absolutely wonderful for a Mother's Day arrangement. And we're thinking about doing a Mother's Day fundraiser this year, because we don't get out of school until after Mother's Day this year. And this might make the list of things to do fundraiser. So if you look real close, so you can see that willow in the water really works beautifully. So y'all let me know, do y'all do Mother's Day fundraisers? Do y'all do cool things like that? Or do y'all just stick with Valentine's Day and other little fundraisers around the year? So let me know what y'all do and how you do it. But I just love this little arrangement, and I would like be tickled pink if someone sent this to me for Valentine's Day. I'm sorry, I keep turning it because it's just so pretty. I would be tickled pink if someone sent this to me for Valentine's Day and I got it. Or if we were at an event, this was the centerpiece, and I'm like, are these for sale? I would buy this in a heartbeat. But these bubble bowls are from my wholesaler, and they came out to about $4.50 a piece. All this is from my wholesaler. This whole arrangement, if you do the math on it, comes out to about $26. Just in supplies. So if you were to sell this, you would probably want to be around, out of your classroom, around $40 to $50. Out of a wholesale shop, I mean, I don't know, Flores, what do you think? $100 for this guy? $90 for this guy? But anyways, absolutely beautiful. I hope y'all have a blessed day. And I'm going to do one more video later today, and I hope y'all enjoy that one as well. And thank y'all so much for watching and subscribing. Follow me on Facebook at Designs by Cyrus. You can also follow my personal page, Cy Ragsdale, or just keep checking us out on YouTube on Designs by Cyrus as well. So have a blessed day. Thanks, guys.